Good Thursday morning. Oh my gosh, it feels like it's been a year since I've been here. You know the picture, so you should know where we are. Yuppy Puppy Pet Spa in Cottleville, Yuppy Puppies Forever Rescue. It's time for our Positive Talk Time segment, and we're going to show you a gorgeous little puppy. We've got a lot to talk about today. Actually, let's check in on that puppy. That's Bud playing around in the front area, waiting for you to bring him to your home. Bud is, look at it wagging his tail. Bud is up for adoption. We're going to talk about the puppies that are available to you. Also, Mama, crossing our fingers, may be getting adopted today. And we're going to talk about, this is not good news, but sometimes I tell you that we've got to talk about the things that are going on in the world that we can do something about. So for the 12th straight year, Missouri is now listed on the #1 puppy mill capital in the United States. That is a list we do not want to be on. And I remember early on in my career, Missouri being in that list. So it's definitely a list that we need to get off of. We're going to talk with Jessica about the problems and what can be done about it. We're also going to give you the forecast. Now, I know a lot of you are recovering after the storms. Hillsborough was hit hard. In fact, I saw some pictures, baseball-sized hail. Can you imagine that hitting your car or your house? I'm hoping there's not a lot of damage where you are. It was also Sullivan that was hit 2 days ago and then hit again yesterday. In fact, they had a water rescue as a car got swept up, a lot of flooding issues as well. Finally, we used to talk about the calm after the storm. And for those that are waking up this morning, that's exactly how you're feeling. A breath of fresh air as we talk about 70s and really gorgeous weather over the next several days. In fact, I just want you to focus on these next 4 days because it looks amazing. In fact, for those of you that are making plans for Mother's Day, it's going to be near 80. We're talking about partly sunny skies and low to mid 70s over the next several days. Maybe a sprinkle. Some of you might go, wait a minute, I just saw a sprinkle here and there. Maybe. You might have that tomorrow, but otherwise, beautiful 4-day stretch and then slight chance of some rain as we go into Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week. Speaking of Mother's Day, I'm not sure what your plans are yet, but I've been doing a little challenge that I would like for you to bring your mom to meet my mom. We're going to be out in O'Fallon, Missouri. We will be at the 70 and Highway K Pantera's parking lot. They call it that Storeco parking lot. We're going to be there with the Farmers and Artisans Market, and I'll be there from 10 a.m. to noon with a 2-hour live broadcast. I would love to see you come out there as well and be a part of the vendors. There's going to be 50 vendors out there. We're talking great food, drinks, and dogs that are going to actually be up for adoptions. All these rescues, they have too many dogs. They are like literally busting at the seams with animals that need your help. So that's even an opportunity for you as well. Okay, everyone's saying that he's adorable. He is. It's Bud, and I think you need him in your home. We're checking in on Bud. We're going to be talking about the animals today. Good morning, Sean, Julie. Michelle just said he's adorable. Kathy, good morning to you. Marilyn, good morning to Monica and Jessica. Jessica's going to join us in just a couple of minutes. For Cardinals fans, just want to let you know that they did have to postpone the game yesterday against the Mets. That was a rain out, so they're going to redo that one coming up in August, which is normally going to be a day off for them, but that'll be coming up in August. So if you didn't hear yesterday, Wilson Contreras again out for a couple of months with that broken or that fractured arm. And I was hearing as I was driving in this morning, they evidently have been talking about how they're kind of moving catchers up in the box a little bit. And that is possibly what caused that fracture. But yeah, 2 months. So we've got the backup catcher and then the third string catcher that are all moving up in the lineup. So best of luck to him. Hopefully he heals fast and hopefully the Cardinals start turning things around. It is 7:05 on this Thursday, May 9th. Top of the morning to you, Rich. Kathleen, good morning to you. And Jillian, good morning as well. You can see the sunshine we've got behind us in this shot. That's what we're loving. We're going to check in on Bud throughout the show. We're going to talk about many things in this hour, so we don't want you to go anywhere. Jessica Cooke is going to join me when we return.
She's a special woman and done so much for St. Louis.
Watching her work is one of the most incredible things you can see.
She just sees value in everyone.
Sometimes people just need you to sit with them and hear them. I feel heard.
The time flew by, and it was like sitting and talking to a friend.
Not only creating a better place here in St. Louis, but to inspire others. It's always great to have examples like you.
You have such a light and such a presence, and I could feel it this morning.
We knew right away when you started this, we wanted to be on your show. Thanks for having us.
I look forward to seeing how you rock and roll and shake it up.
Oh, the doggies were barking when I came in this morning. I was like, I'm sorry, I woke you guys up. Jessica Cooke, the owner of Yuppy Puppy Pet Spa, Cottleville, O'Fallon, Missouri, and Yuppy Puppies Forever Rescue. I just told you, I felt like it's been like a year since I've been here.
I know, that extra week. I was like, oh. I had to make an extra cup of coffee. I forgot how early it was.
Yeah, she's like, my gosh, it's been a couple of weeks. So we normally do every other Thursday, but sometimes we mix in and there's like multiple Thursdays in a month. So we are here today, and then we'll be back again on the 23rd. You know, we call it Pawsitive Talk Time, and that's the important aspect of it. But there are things that are happening in our world that we have to discuss, because we have to figure out how do we get out of that and around that. So Jessica and I were talking last night about what we wanted to discuss. And one of the things that she mentioned that we do not want to hear is that yet again, we're on this list, Jessica. It's got to change. How do we change this?
It has to change. So, and a lot of people aren't aware of this, the crisis in our state of Missouri. Number one for 12 years in a row, puppy mill capital. We have the most number of breeders on the horrible 100 list. We have the most breeders that sell to puppy stores. We're one of the states that still has puppy stores. It's rescues are tired, and so we there's so many rescues and resources in Missouri, which is fantastic. But it's horrible that there has to be so many, because for the ones that truly do need rescue, like the ones that are loved, that their parents are deceased, or, you know, there are circumstances, those ones are getting lost because there's just too many dogs to save, because breeders are pumping them out faster than we can actually save them.
And again, I mean, we're talking about 12 straight years, but I know in my 30 years of working in TV and radio, we've been on that list way too many times.
Yeah.
And we've got to figure out what can we do. So I was telling her last night as we were texting, I said, so as a human being, what can we do to change things? One of them we say all the time, literally hashtag, put it out there, adopt, don't shop. And we can't push that enough in your minds, but it's also these laws need to change.
The laws need to change. And so in 2011, that was the last time the laws were changed. And everyone was excited for those laws, but they didn't go into place till 2016. But it still allows breeders to have 50 intact females or males. So 50 pregnant moms, you know, you're talking about maybe 12 puppies per dog. It's just too many. And they're being sold as brokered, you know, to pet stores, to being shipped all over, stating, you know, that they come from a good home, and it's like, it's factory farming.
Yeah. Well, and I just put that up. I'm going to put it up here again, because I know a lot of times people will see people holding signs or protesting outside of these because they want you to know this is what's taking place. 9 dealers in this year's report sold to Petland. Are you aware of that? The only national pet store chain in the U.S. that still sells puppies. And I don't think people understand that. You know, you've got young kids that'll tug on their moms and dads and say, oh, let's go up there. There's a dog. Let's go buy the dog. And they don't understand the backstory.
Right. And what happens is people buy the dog because they say, well, the dog's here and I feel sorry for it. But they have about 50 more in the back that as soon as that cage it gets empty, they put another one in there. And then there's more demand. Hey, we're going to need more puppies. Guess what? Now it's the doodles that everybody wants. I'm going to need you to make some of those. It's an endless cycle. We truly have to boycott, because if we stop, if they have no sales, there's not a demand. Rescues are going to save those dogs that are out there and not give them the demand.
If you're just tuning in, Jessica Cooke, the owner of Yuppy Puppy Pet Spa. We're at the Cottleville location, by the way. You have a meet and greet today.
Yes.
Right? At 12 o'clock?
Yes.
I think 12 to 4 or 12:30 to 4?
Open house. Yep. 12 to 4. Actually 12 to 4:30, both locations, because we have some dogs at both of our locations. And come on out. And so even if you're not sure who you're looking for, that's what we do. We love to match make.
Yes. So again, I wanted to say that really quick, because for those of you that have young kids that are saying, oh, I'm seeing this dog here and this dog there, I'd rather you come here, take a look at either location and give them a call. We want to give you some good news. So I've been following your post, and Squirt was adopted, right?
Squirt was adopted, and he was a breeder surrender. So, when he came to us, his name was Squirt, obviously, because he earned that name in the transporter's car. And so that's another thing. We work with a rescue group that goes to some of the breeders that think that maybe they're new breeders. They want to get into breeding dogs, and they get in over their head. This rescue group goes and talks to the breeders about, okay, if you are going to do this, let's make sure you're doing this. And a lot of times they're like, you know what, this is not what I want to do. I shouldn't have done this. And so we're getting quite a few of the breeding dogs, which is great, because we're getting them, and then they come to us and we spay and neuter them and stop that cycle. And
that is so important. One of the things you would mention to me is that people were like, oh, I didn't know my dog was going to have babies, and keep having babies.
Yes.
What the heck? If you don't spay and neuter them, what do you think is going to happen?
Exactly. Or, I'm not going to spay until this, or I'll keep them separated. And that's famous last words.
Yep. You don't do it. And that's what's been happening. You mentioned breeder surrenders. Do you have that a lot? Because Carmella's a breeder surrender, right?
Carmella's a breeder surrender. And she basically is just, the good-ish breeders will surrender if they know there's a medical issue. They want to stop that, because it's all about, if they are a great breeder, they would better the breed. They truly love their dogs. They care about them. But if they become older, or, they're just discarded, which,
I don't get it.
Yeah.
None of us do. Last time we were here, and I just mentioned it's been a couple of weeks, but we had great news. We were seeing less and less here. And every time we hear that, people are like, okay, great. Everybody's doing what Monica's asking. You're coming, you're meeting the animals, you're finding the one that's right for you. And we're hoping to be able to say that they barely have any left. But no, all of a sudden it opens it up for you to have to bring in more and more and more. Did you tell me all rescues are just jam-packed right now?
All rescues are jam-packed. So, and we like to keep our numbers between 30 and 35. We could do more, but we want to make sure, like, care for vet care is the number one. Like, we have to make sure we have those funds to treat everybody. Like little Miss Carmella, she's going to need a dental and all the things, and spay. So
before she's ever up for
adoption. So she's probably going to cost us about $1,500 just to vet her out. So we have to make sure we have those donations and funds to help more. And yeah, just this morning, all the rescues are reaching out. It just, we are at capacity. We had this many come in. Is there anybody that, if we all network together, I can take this one, you can take that one. The need is just overwhelming.
That's one of the things I want you all to know, is that they do all work together so well that they're thinking, oh my gosh, this animal, that's their aspect. They want to make sure that they can get these dogs off the street, out of these horrible, deplorable conditions. We're looking at Bud, by the way. I think he just pushed his plate down. He's
probably
like, I want to meet you all. So puppies, and when you told me this and we were going to feature a puppy, my mind, and I think a lot of your minds right away think, oh, the puppies aren't there. They're going to go fast. But you've got a handful of puppies.
Yes. And so I've been talking with a couple other rescues. We all have puppies that are growing up in rescue. Like Timothy's still here. He's 6 months. I know. And because a lot of adoptions are slow everywhere.
Why is that? Is it is it a time of year this happens? Or?
Not sure. Veterinarian care is becoming a little bit more expensive, but the rescues do the heavy lifting in the beginning. They're going to be spayed, neutered. They're going to have all those shots. They're going to be heartworm tested. Ours come microchipped and trained. So we put so much money into them to get them and still keep that adoption cost low. But I don't know. We've been hearing that a lot in our meet and greets. The trends that we're hearing is, I don't want a puppy because they'll go fast. But the truth is they're not going fast anywhere.
I mean, so that's Mama, by the way, on the right. And we have good news. Mama's.
Yes, she is pending adoption.
Yay, Mama. And how many puppies?
She had 7 puppies. One's been adopted.
Okay, so there's 6 left here.
Yep.
And Bud's one of them?
Bud's one of them.
Let's look at Bud again.
And so Mom is 21 pounds. She's like a Jack Russell mix, but we transferred her to us from the APA. There was, I think, 7 adult dogs total in a backyard, several moms that had litters all at the same time. We took 1 mom and 1 litter, but it was the same thing. They just had these dogs and then they kept having puppies. And then finally they called and said, help, I can't take them anymore, which is great. We want people to reach out and help and, get them fed, get them shelter, all that stuff. But at the same time, that was a unnecessary problem.
Right.
We could have educated a little bit before. There's so many, clinics to get your dog spayed and neutered at.
That's the biggest thing that we've been mentioning since we started this show. It's all about education. Jessica, when I first got here, we were talking, before we went on, she was talking about the different aspects of training, and it really becomes us being trained. But everyone's like, oh, my dog needs to be trained. Well, you have to be trained because it really is back on us that they are really responding the way they're supposed to, acting how they're supposed to. When they act up and all of a sudden you think, oh, this is a bad dog, and then you're going to return them, it's you.
Yes. Yeah. Training for sure can keep those dogs in the home. And it's not, I got my dog trained, now they're trained. It's a day-to-day. They're always observing behaviors and things when new things happen, like, why is my dog barking at this all the time? It's take a step back, look, maybe refresh that training. Can't stress that enough. And I was just telling her yesterday with all the storms, there was clients, wanting to pick their dogs up early or boarding dogs that parents were dropping off. Oh, they hate the storms. Meanwhile, all our dogs that were in training, we had them lined up by the front door, looking at the storm, working on manners. So those dogs are going to know that this is okay. I'm working, my human's in charge and everything's okay.
You have to realize just how much you reinforce that all the things that they're scared about or the things they're doing wrong, when you say it's okay, that's all they hear is, oh, this is okay. Me acting up is okay. Me being scared is okay. Those are things that you need to think about. For those of you that are signing on, feel free to ask any questions to Jessica. I'll look at the different platforms that we're on. Julie says, OMG, this makes me so very sad. I know, that's why you have to spread. Do us a favor, and I'll put it up here on the screen for you. Oh, it is up there. Please share this. Like, follow all of our platforms. We are on Facebook. For those of you that have family and friends that are not on Facebook, that's why we are on other platforms. YouTube, tell them to follow my YouTube page so that they know when we go live. We're also on X. We're on Instagram. We're on Rumble. All of those right now, we are live for you. So if you know anybody that is thinking about adopting a dog, let them know. Julie says, Monica, this one would be a great addition to your family. Jim's number of dogs is 3, and he said it was 1 too many. But that's not true. I love the fact that we adopted Opus. Julie says Squirt is no longer a squirter. That's right. If you didn't see Squirt, we showed Squirt. And since we've been here, Herman was also adopted.
Yes, Herman's living his best life.
And that's the other thing. So make sure that you follow them, because you'll always get these warm, fuzzy updates, and you'll be like, oh my gosh, because really you do connect yourself. As we show a dog, if you can't adopt them, you're sharing it out, and then you love to see the heartwarming story of the fact that they go to their forever home. Marilyn says, I've heard about Petland for years. Why is there no protection for the pups and they are still able to support the puppy mills?
Well,
did you hear that?
So there, if you go to, and I think you have the link up there for the Humane Society with the full article, go there and register, sign the petition for the Puppy Protection Act. They are the ones that got the law passed in 2011, took effect in 2016. Now they're going back again, trying to stop puppy mills. They're actually trying to lower the number of intact males and females to where it can't be a profitable business, and to where there will be laws in place. And honestly, they have, so us, like when Julie says it makes me so sad. It makes me sad too. Sure. And then it lights a fire and makes me mad and pisses me off.
Good.
And so
that's what we need, right?
Yeah. We have to really fight for these dogs, because we as humans domesticated them.
Absolutely.
And we
It's our
created
fault.
this problem. So we have to be their advocate, whether it's sharing things like this, because so many times people just don't know. They just don't know about the Petlands and why we're on this list and the laws. And so the laws need to change.
Yes.
And we have to separate in the state of Missouri the livestock from the dogs.
Okay, can we get into that? Actually, I'm going to take a quick break. When we come back, wait till you hear this, because to me, it's a no-brainer that there should be a separation there. I also want Jessica to tell you what they allow, the spacing that they allow for these animals. That's really going to break your heart. It makes no sense to me, nor should it make sense to any of you. But this is the deal. You've got to listen, you've got to share, and we need to do something about it. We'll have more with Jessica Cooke from Yuppy Puppy Pet Spa and Yuppy Puppies Forever Rescue when we return.
Envita Health and Wellness, where you can feel your best both inside and out. Envita isn't your typical med spa. They're a multi-specialty medical spa and wellness center serving St. Louis and its surrounding areas. They have ketamine for mental health and pain, IV therapy, medical weight loss, and aesthetics treatments. As board-certified anesthesia providers, Envita can ensure that their advanced treatments are provided safely with minimal to no pain. So let Envita take care of you. Call 314-394-0950 to book an appointment, or online envitahealthandwellness.com.
And welcome back. It is 7:23 as you are just tuning in on this Thursday, May 9th. We went to the break and we're talking about the changes that have to take place. And somebody said, who in their right minds makes these laws? The politicians.
It's so important to vote during the local elections and really see what they're trying to pass in the bill, and they need enough signatures and people to speak, and there are a lot of people that are advocating for this. Unfortunately, the AKC is somebody who's lobbying against the Humane Society laws because they think that it's going to add, and it's the comments are in that article, they would think it would add unnecessary expenses to breeders. They think the laws are just fine. They just need to be enforced.
But they think the laws are fine. Yet I told you, I wanted you to stay tuned for this. One of the things has to do with the spacing requirements.
Yes.
You want to tell everybody what that is?
So, and go on the USDA org, the Department of Agriculture website. It's a little tricky, but if you go to, so they have, it's animals and livestock. Mm-hmm. So that's what's under, it's not dog breeding or, dog breeders. It's animals and livestock. So the pork, the beef, that is all included in dog housing. So that to me needs to be separated.
Right.
Because of course the farmers, if they have hundreds of acres and they have more than 50 heifers,
But they're roaming all over the place.
It's totally different. Their pH is level. Their skin is different. What they eat and graze is different. Yeah. Dogs don't graze.
Right.
They need fresh water. They need all these things. So that just makes sense to completely separate that out. Let's look at just the domestic dogs and cats. Take the yep. livestock separate. And then, so USDA.org, you can see all the listed breeders. You can see any of their violations. Google Earth is a big thing because if you can't find the address on there, then you start to go down that rabbit hole of who owns this this breeder. And then it's all kinds of shady stuff going on.
And are you ready for this? So talk about the size of an animal and the space that they're allowed to stay in that's not breaking the law.
Yep. So I typed in for fun, I took Bud, for example. So a 10-inch puppy, the space that the current laws say that you have to have for that puppy is 10.62 inches. So he gets 0.62 inches is allowed for him.
How is that possible?
That is the current law.
How are people allowing that to pass and that think that that's okay? That literally, can you imagine yourself? And it's like, you feel like you're in prison and you're in solitary confinement, right? Even in solitary confinement, a prison person is able to have more space to move around. Mm-hmm. Literally, he would be spinning, if he's lucky, hitting his knees against something in a wall. Right. You've got him in a space that's how big?
That playpen, I think, is 5 by 5. And to us, his room is larger than that. That's just when he goes in to be social during the day. So 0.62 inches is ridiculous that they allow that. And you can have up to 6 in one cage.
Right. This is what you all need to hear. And this is what's being allowed. So when you're all saying, what can we do? Well, we've got to get somebody who's very passionate in office. You know, we are in an election year, but it's somebody that's out there that's listening saying, wait a minute, I didn't know about all these things. This is why we do this show. I mean, yeah, we have fun. We've goofed around. We laugh. We cry. We talk about very impactful things, and we want to educate you. Crystal Gale just said 0.62 inches. That's disgusting and infuriating. Mm-hmm. She just said first she gets upset and then she gets pissed off.
Yeah.
And we have to move our emotion beyond, oh, I'm sad.
What can I do?
Yes, to what can we do? Okay, so Crystal says we all need to go sign that petition. Can you share the link? I believe Michelle asked earlier. Let me see real quick. She said, is it change.org for the petition?
It's the Puppy Protection Act. And I do know there was on the original article with the Humane Society that you shared. It's in there. That act is in there to share.
Is it right here? No.
So
no, okay.
We'll share it. It's the Humane Society, the big main article, but as you flip through and read all about it, because it goes into what's happening in Iowa and all the other things, other states as well, but the petition is on there.
Yep. So we will make sure that we get that. In fact, if I take a break, I might be able to share. Is it what you sent to me yesterday? Mm-hmm. I might be able to get that to Michelle so she can pop that into the comments for you, because I know that all of you are saying, what can I do? Thank you. Many people are saying, I will sign. See, it's this type of a community that then needs to make sure that you spread it to all of your followers. And that's really what takes place. You know, when you get to the point of, as she said, sad and infuriated. Oh, what's happening? Are they taking them out?
There's kids before school.
Yes, adopt Bud.
Yeah.
I love that. So you open, by the way, for those of you that have never been here before, you open your doors at 7
a.m.
Right. And so then look at, they're like, Mom, can we take Bud home?
Yeah.
Yes. Look at how cute are they?
St. Joe's School. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Take him out. Play with him. He wants to be oh, look at how cute. Look at him. Yes, we need to get Bud adopted. 6 puppies, by the way, from Mama. And Mama, what's Mama's name?
April.
So April, by the way, we hope is going to go home today. But we've got 6 puppies. What's this one's name?
That's Bud. That's who's up.
That is Bud. Yeah. Oh, Bud's got a little darker face. And what about these 3?
That's Indigo, and then the one in the middle, Cypress or Cedar. He went home already.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good. So who's the one on the right?
That's Dahlia.
Oh, I love that. Look at that little eye patch.
So her name was April, and she brought her Mayflowers. So
Dahlia. Who's that all curled up?
I think that's Dahlia too.
Dahlia too?
Yeah, she's very photogenic.
look at the floppy ears. These puppies are available to you. One of them's been adopted out, but they're available to you. And again, we will have an update when Carmella is available, but we want to make sure that she's got everything that she needs, from dental to being spayed, et cetera. That's the thing. And that's the level of care that takes place here at Yuppy Puppy. That's very, very different from anywhere else. They won't just adopt out to anyone. And I know you've been criticized for that, but I love that you stand for that, because you do not want these dogs returned.
And that goes back to, like, sometimes my opinion is not a popular opinion, but we're dog advocates. And I think that, there's so much information that needs to be shared.
Yep.
Yes, we mainly do positive. When a dog comes to us with a sad story, we truly believe, yes, that's important. We're going to take that. But we're moving forward, because dogs live in the moment. But yes, I get a lot of slack for explaining if a dog got returned or why it wasn't a best fit, or having that. And that's okay. I hope that one day, they will understand the importance, like the ripple down effect when somebody returns their dog, or just, says, here, this is your problem now. I'll explain why. Why that's not okay.
In her. I love that. That's what you've got to love. Well, because you just heard her say, unless you just tuned in and you missed the first half hour or so, go back and watch that, because you're hearing her say that they are literally busting at the seams. So if you go to try to return your dog, or multiple people try to do that, they're already full. Mm-hmm. And then what do?
Unfortunately, like the government intake shelters, sometimes they do have to turn dogs away, because they have to go for the emergency cases, or if the dog's on the street. But when people are just taking their dogs there just because it's an inconvenience, basically bumps a long timer and can put a lot of dogs at euthanasia risk that are absolutely don't need to be euthanized. It's just because of space, because there's so many coming in and not enough going out.
We need to do our part. Okay. So the other aspect of obviously signing the petition is also, can you make space in your home for another one? You have the conversation, make sure it's right though. And they're going to find out whether it is as well. We mentioned earlier that there's a meet and greet opportunity at both locations today in the afternoon. So if they have a particular one, do they need to call you to find out which location they're at?
Yeah, just shoot us a message, or you can look at all of them at both locations. We'll do
right,
that
because
too.
That's so true. I remember going in many, many years ago. There was a dog that was featured on TV, and I thought for sure that's the one I want. And then I went in, and there's a personality that really has to come out. And maybe you're not their person, or they're not yours. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, that's how we got Tessa, by the way. And then Jim's in there looking at this other dog, and I'm like, no, it was that one. He goes, I think it's this one.
Yeah.
And they do. They pick you.
They pick you.
Diane, good morning to you as well. And if you didn't hear, there's a lot of really important information that we gave you in the beginning. We are also always in love with introducing you to new dogs that are up for adoption. So I want to meet Bud. Can we bring Bud in here? Okay, let's take a quick break. We're going to grab Bud. I know some kids were already looking at Bud before they went off to go to school. We're going to introduce you to Bud, one of the 6 puppies that are available for adoption from Mama. Mama hopefully going home today, but we need her babies to go home as well. So when we come back, we'll introduce you to Bud. Get around the screen, grab the kids. Maybe the kids are going to say, that's the one, Mom. Or anybody that you know that is possibly thinking of adopting a dog. Get them, text them, call them, and we're going to introduce you first right here up against the screen to Bud when we return.
She's a special woman and done so much for St. Louis.
Watching her work is one of the most incredible things you can see.
She just sees value in everyone.
Sometimes people just need you to sit with them and hear them. I feel heard.
The time flew by, and it was like sitting and talking to a friend.
Not only creating a better place here in St. Louis, but to inspire others. It's always great to have examples like you.
You have such a light and such a presence, and I could feel it this morning.
We knew right away when you started this, we wanted to be on your show. Thanks for having us.
And I look forward to seeing how you rock and roll and shake it up.
Envita Health and Wellness, where you can feel your best both inside and out. Envita isn't your typical med spa. They're a multi-specialty medical spa and wellness center serving St. Louis and its surrounding areas. They have ketamine for mental health and pain, IV therapy, medical weight loss, and aesthetics treatments. As board-certified anesthesia providers, Envita can ensure that their advanced treatments are provided safely with minimal to no pain. So let Envita take care of you. Call 314-394-0950 to book an appointment or online envitahealthandwellness.com.
Welcome back. The dogs are all up. Everybody's excited because look who's here. Let's get you up. Oh, there you are. Bud. Bud just turned the microphone on. Come here, you. Come here, Squirm. I'm going to call you Squirmy. Oh, this dog's face is beautiful. I know. And he's saying, Monica, can you do me a favor and get me a really good home? You're going to eat my earrings, aren't you? So I understand, and my necklace, that Bud was on with my old friends at Channel 5. Is that right? Oh, wait.
Rennie Nat and Anthony Slaughter, last Tuesday, they were all over. We thought for sure he'd get some applications, and he did it. They did a great job showcasing him, too.
All right, let's do a better job. Can we do a better job? We'll do a better job.
Okay, comment it. Who can get him adopted?
Who can
Monica
get him adopted?
Or Rennie?
That's right. All right, we're going to do a challenge here. Is it Rennie that gets him adopted, or the Real Monica Adams Show and all of you? Let's say it's all of us. Julie said I signed from the above link. Thank you, Michelle. I just sent another one to Michelle. It's from the page. There's also a donate thing that's on there, but that's the horrible 100 that we are going to have her, if she hasn't already, posted for you. How old is Bud?
He's 13 weeks old.
13 weeks and a lot of energy, but that's what you love about Yep, he's got the puppy breath too.
Yes.
There's nothing better than puppy breath. For those of you that have never adopted a puppy before, the energy is amazing. But you do, just like you have a newborn baby, you have to be ready for it. You have to have responsible adults, responsible kids. I really think it's one of the best things that you can do, though, because I remember, there we go, Michelle just posted it for you. I remember when we were kids and we always wanted a puppy. A lot of kids do, right? And my mom said, and this is important for all of you to understand, this is the way you get, don't eat my earring. This is how you teach children responsibility.
Yeah.
At a very early age.
Yeah.
They've got to take the dog out. They've got to walk the dog. They've got to pick the dog's poop up.
Yep.
All those things. I have to thank you, Mom, for doing that for us, because it really does. And it's a really important part of growing up for a kid.
It is. And I think it teaches them, when the going gets tough, don't give up. You're not going to get rid of that puppy. It's for life. They are, you're going to get mad if you leave your controller out and they chew it. But guess what? Like they're a puppy. They didn't know. You're going to pick that up. It's going to teach them routine and structure. So many great things. And it should be fun, having a dog, a best friend, and teaching them all new kinds of good behaviors. And all of our dogs. So they've been here since they were a week old. So
I can't believe, he's so cute.
We go right away on all kinds of puppy basics. So textures. So from carpet to tile to grass to outside. So we want to make sure that they are already started out knowing all those things and being socialized. And as you can see, like they think that Yuppy Puppy Lobby is for them. They're so happy to greet everybody coming in. And
very soft, by the way. Very cute. Okay, Crystal wants to know, what mix is he again?
So Mom was April on the back post. So she is 21 pounds. She looks kind of like a Jack Russell Terrier. Right? Yeah, and that's looking down on her. So the photograph isn't. She's about, like that. She's Carrie size. And
that's actually Bud right next to her, right?
Yes, that's Bud right next to her. And while we don't know confirmed what Dad was, all the dogs that were in the photo that we got when we were asked to take them looked exactly alike. So Dad most likely is a mix just like her.
And look, it's 100% cuteness. That's all that really matters. Crystal, what do you think? Bud, good for you? Or somebody that you know? A lot of wonderful energy. Okay, so, and this is the thing. When is it important to start the training? At this age, right away?
Oh, yeah, we've already started. It's everything from, so when we play with a toy, we take that toy away, because tug is one of the things that is great to get out energy. But if you cannot have an out, you should always have an out, because what happens then is aggressive behavior can start if you just don't want them to constantly be tugging on things.
Right.
So a little bit of tug, a little bit of stop, give a snack. So it's always about stopping and starting that and controlling that play. And they just have good fun doing it, but that is teaching them great manners while they're playing a game.
Manners. That's something that you need to have for your animals. Hi, I love you already. Yes. So these puppies can go into a home with other animals?
Yes.
And young kids?
Yep.
And what about cats?
Yep, they are fine. Everything. They've been... right now is the moldable time, and that's all the things that we've done with them. So it needs a home to continue that great progress. They're crate trained. They are doing great from potty from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. They're making it through the night.
Good boy.
Yes. They still eat 3 times a day, but they're already spayed, neutered, all vaccines, and chipped.
This is a great dog, everybody. Truly.
This is the time.
We're having a good time. So here's a question I have. Oh, no, not the jewelry. Is this okay to do? Because I know that they're teething early on. It's not good for me to put my finger in their mouth.
Don't put your fingers
all
in
right,
their mouth.
See, this is what we need to learn. Okay, why? Because, don't bite my mouth. Why?
Because then it just becomes,
Jessica kept looking. Stop it, Monica.
And that's important. We want people in the meet and greets to see what he's going to do. It's a puppy.
We don't want them to chew on us. But then everybody's laughing at me.
Then we explain why not to do that. So do you see how you keep doing it?
I know. I'm trying to go underneath them to stop. Stop. No bites. So we have to say no, and don't bite my face either. The other thing I think we do wrong.
So you don't even have to do anything.
Okay, look,
just,
see?
You just hold him.
The pro.
And he's not going to get a reaction.
What the
heck?
Oh, sure. Show me up, bud.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Let's get the microphone out of his
Because
face.
I haven't made it a game yet. So basically, Puppies he wants your attention. And you were given that attention, which that's okay. But if I don't want him to do that
You got me in trouble.
when guests come over or continue that, and it's all about, like, if I want him to sit here now and know that's...
Look how good he's being. This is ridiculous.
Because he's not getting a reaction. And that's what puppies want.
Wait,
so,
what is your superpower here?
So I'm just securely holding. And he did try to look at me and go for my hands. And he got no response from me. So now he's just going to sit here.
His eyes are making me laugh.
But... and then maybe after the show, I'm going to get him out. I'm going to play with him. I'm going to do all those things, but then I'm going to stop it. So that starting is really important.
This was such a huge moment. You saw how he was acting with me. If I take him back, he'll be like, ha, 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 ha. And yeah, you got me in trouble. Jessica has she needs the cape, the superpower. Look at, he's like so chill now. His eyes are like, I'm going to fall asleep. We're going to put him back in his pen so that he can run around. And also for the people that are coming in, because they are open already this morning. Look at you. He's like a different dog with you.
But you're the lady I get to chew on. Yeah.
No, you be a good boy. Okay. The other thing that I think that we do wrong is that we give them a sock as a toy to play tug of war, and then we get mad when they tear up our socks.
Exactly.
That to me is like a no-brainer. Yeah. Leona said, "Oh, Monica, your husband is getting nervous seeing you with that puppy." My husband, fortunately, is still sleeping, is not seeing this. He'll watch it later and go, "No." I will say, I think I would absolutely want to adopt this one. I love the energy. See, we have matching energy, big goofball energy. You and I, yes. But we can let him kiss us, right?
Of course.
Okay, but no biting.
But if you didn't want him to kiss, like say it became like
some people don't like kisses,
obsessive, then all you would do is just not lean in, turn your head. They're not going to get a response. So see how then he went to chew on my hand, but I didn't let him continue, right. Or just wiggle my fingers. That's all they want. Everything's just a game to them right now, and it's about turning that game into good behavior.
You're very cute. This is Bud, everybody. We've been introducing you to Bud, and we've got a challenge. I like the seniors. And I love the fact, you know what, Julie? I love that about you, because there are so many people that are drawn to this, that beautiful puppy energy. But then you think about the adult dogs and the senior dogs. And Julie, by the way, thank you. Julie adopted Peppy at our big gala that we had last year. And let's talk about that, by the way, because we want to get all of you guys adopted. You have a meeting today. That's an important gala meeting.
Yep. At the Cottleville location at 5:00. And it's our first, we need a planning committee. We definitely need donation gatherers, because we'll start to do some of the baskets, and for the silent and live auctions this year, it's the theme, A Whole New World with You. We're going with the happily ever after theme. So we're calling them magic carpet sponsors, because the dogs get to come with us. We're looking for sponsors for those dogs. And then, the gala is October 19th this year.
Put that on your schedule for many reasons, for you to be there, for you to help raise money. You heard earlier that Jessica was saying just one dog is going to cost about $1,500 for the services that they need for that one dog. But think about the thousands upon thousands. I mean, we were all excited because we raised how much last year? $16,000, $17,000?
Yeah, a lot.
$18,000. We did, but you sit there and think, oh, that's going to go a really far away, and then or a really long way, and then you go, oh, well, wait a minute, maybe that's only like a month.
Yeah, because Guinevere, and then we had anytime it's like an extra surgery, heartworm treatments really deplete our funds. So much needed.
You are so cute. This is a really good looking dog with a lot of great energy. So if a puppy is exactly what you're looking for, we're going to show Bud one more time. Bud, look right there. Let's get you adopted, buddy. Bud. Okay. So the challenge right now is, does my team, my community get him adopted? We will find out. We want to get you. So if they are interested in Bud, or there's somebody that they just need to call the Cottleville location,
or come today for Cottleville location.
I would like for you to do that. Let's find out that Jessica sends me a message and says, guess what? He's got an application and he's getting adopted out. Bud and all of Bud's siblings, which we're going to show you again. There are 6 left, right? 6 puppies from Mama, and Mama is hopefully going to go home today. But these are the puppies that are available. So many cute babies. And again, just when you think, okay, great, we get these 6 adopted out, then does that mean that they have less and less? Well, until they pull in more and more. And unfortunately, it's this vicious cycle that we've got to get changed. Mama right there, hopefully going home today. Jessica, are you booking Monica to MC and auction the gala? I am doing that.
Yes, we are.
Yes, I will be doing that for sure. Because, really, our team has become synonymous with Yuppy, and that's what I love for so many reasons. A lot of you have helped raise money for them. And even more so, what we love is a lot of you have been adopting, and that's really what this is all about: raising money, adopting them out. Some guy wrote me yesterday and said he adopted Dash, and he's like, Monica, I didn't know about Yuppy Puppy before your show, and but I was like, oh my gosh, here we are, multiple months later. But one of the things is he's also doing training.
Yes.
Which is important.
Yeah. And that is something. So every one of our dogs is assigned a trainer from beginning. And sometimes it's just figuring out if, what best home suited. Are they food reactive? Do we need to work on that? Or what quirks do they have? So sometimes it's just simple behavior, but most of the dogs like Dash that came to us were just a happy-go-lucky dog, but they had no boundaries their whole life, and it's their world and we were living in it. And so right away then, frustration can set in. Why is this dog jumping? It's not listening. And we offered 50% off for all of our dogs that are rescued for training. And they go back to their trainer who already knows what has been working for this dog, and then we're implementing that to the new families. And Dash graduated, and he's doing great.
Yay, Dash, the little cap and gown. Well, that's what we want. We want these wonderful success stories for every one of these dogs. So whether it's puppies, whether it's an adult dog, or whether it's a senior, the face on this dog is just precious. You've got to do exactly what I'm doing, which is meeting him in person, because you can see him online. You can see the energy. You can see how well he's behaved with Jessica. Don't bite her hair.
And I would say right now, the biggest thing that shelters are seeing, including us, is the dogs that are fantastic dogs, but they just don't do well with other dogs.
Yep.
That's the crisis, because those might be the first ones on the euthanasia list, because so many people want dogs that are dog friendly. But if you don't have any other dogs, you plan on having one dog,
yep,
you can set that dog up. It might not mean that the dog is, you'll see all of our dogs, we will post, the dog is not dog reactive. You'd never know. We take them to events. You can walk right by things. So you can still have a relaxing, fun life with a dog that doesn't like other dogs. They just don't want dogs in their space, yep, or playing. And so if you only ever have one dog, please adopt one like that, and then seek a trainer on how to still go to events, yes, and handle that. It's totally doable. That's what we do with them.
Well, and we say it all the time, because a lot of people wonder, is a dog too far advanced in age that it can't learn? She said no. We talked about that a long time ago, which I think is amazing. And that's the thing that you need to all understand, is the long timers that are here are the ones that can't be in a home with other dogs. But there are so many of you, though, that only want one. So don't go out and buy a dog. Again, I hope that's the thing that we have driven home today. Stop buying dogs. There are so many beautiful animals like this, like the adults, like the seniors, like the ones that need an only home, or they want to be then you've got the ones that want to be with other animals and kids and need that. There's some animal out there that's suited just for you, but I want you to stress in your mind, because a lot of times it's really just an education. I mean, my husband even said, oh yeah, he's like, I think my family always bought dogs. And I'm like, and we always adopted, but it's just, how were you taught? And he goes, I love the fact that you told me about all these animals that are sitting there waiting for you. They're sitting in the shelter, that you can hear them barking. They're saying, please adopt us and give us a good home. Go, Crystal, go and get him. Wait. Gosh, I am in love with his little face. Oh, Crystal, are you going to adopt him?
Let's bring it home.
Let's bring it home. Okay,
bud.
let's move this over. Come here, buddy. Look it right there. And do me a favor and say hi to Crystal. Crystal wants you. Look right there in the camera. Let's get you. Hey, come here, Squirmy. Come here, Squirm. Crystal, this dog is for you. See this dog right there? There you go. The money shot. I will say also, in the picture we showed earlier, he looked a little bit darker. He's got a lot of carammeling at the top of his head, a little bit of a lighter, like that cognac tan color, and then the darkness. Really beautiful markings, by the way. So I think Crystal had said that she has a mix. Oh, I see him. And she's laughing. He's going to be very well behaved for you. Trust me, because you're going to get him trained. Go, Crystal, go, everybody says. Give him a beautiful home. Crystal, you know I'm going to be on you. You're one of Monica's maniacs. That's what you call yourself. I would love for you to come and meet him. You do too? See that, Crystal? Sean, good morning to you. He seriously reminds me of my dog now. Well, then people would say they came from the same breed, same litter. That's what I always love when you go and you walk the dogs together, that they say, oh, is that from the same family? Okay, so I'm going to hold him like Jessica. He wants my earrings, though. You don't have earrings. Yes, you do. Oh, they're not. Dang it. It's me and my energy. I get them wild. Stop. Hey,
You got that puppy energy. Yeah.
I do. All right, we're going to take our final break. Jax is 9, looking for a sibling. Crystal, do it. Come on, do it. Come on, Crystal. You will love. Okay, at least do me a favor and come meet him because he is beautiful. Monica, what scent are you wearing today? Oh, Miss Dior. You like Miss Dior? Is that what it is? Oh, now you like my buttons. Okay, we're going to put you back in the pen so you can get some of this energy out. Crystal and everybody else, come meet Bud and his siblings. And again, best of luck to Mama today. I love you. And I'm going to come visit you when Crystal adopts you.
There you go.
Marilyn said, come on, Crystal. Okay, one final break. We hope you've enjoyed the show, and we hope you also understand the importance of signing the petition, getting the education, getting the word out there to everyone. Look at how well behaved he is with Jessica. Adopt these babies so that we can stop saying that they're busting at the seams at the rescues. Bud, we got you, buddy. Crystal, this dog's for you.
She's a special woman and done so much for St. Louis.
Watching her work is one of the most incredible things you can see.
She just sees value in everyone.
Sometimes people just need you to sit with them and hear them. I feel heard.
The time flew by, and it was like sitting and talking to a friend.
Not only creating a better place here in St. Louis, but to inspire others. It's always great to have examples like you.
You have such a light and such a presence, and I could feel it this morning.
We knew right away when you started this, we wanted to be on your show. Thanks for having us.
And I look forward to seeing how you rock and roll and shake it up.
Welcome back. We're into our final few minutes of our show. Pawsitive Talk Time will be back here on Thursday. He's still here. And here's what we thought was funny. As soon as that commercial played, he just was like immersed in the screen. It was when Kelly Chase was talking. So I also, look at he's watching TV. Do you see yourself? He's like, oh, I'm good looking. He liked Kelly Chase's voice. You like a broadcast voice? Is that what it is? Oh, yes. So he's evidently going to like TV. He's going to be a regular viewer of The Real Monica Adams Show because we are the ones that are going to get him adopted. I feel it. I can feel it in my bones. It's either going to be Crystal or somebody that shares from this show today. Okay, Marilyn said petition signed, made a donation. Too funny. This Bud's for you. A great beer commercial. Bud and Crystal, come on, let's do this. And to all of you, once again, today, a meet and greet, Bud and all of the animals. So if you can, maybe go to both locations. You want to tell them where you're located?
A lot of our dogs are going to be at the Cottleville location, 5289 Highway N. And then we have his brother and sister, along with a couple other adult dogs, are at the O'Fallon location, 2301 Technology Drive.
Okay, and we've been showing you the puppies. There are so many other. What if some of the long timers that we've maybe shown over the last several months that might still be here? I know Jalapeno's still here.
Jalapeno's still here. Guinevere is still here. Justin's still here.
Dang it.
And Timothy's still here. Yeah.
Timothy, if you don't remember, Timothy was a return. Unfortunately, that was Mama Blue's baby.
Yeah.
And such a good looking dog again.
No fault to his own. The great family. They had never
allergies, right?
Yep, they had never had a dog before. They didn't know, so they brought him back with more toys than he left with and photos, and it was just a sad situation. They loved him. They did not want to give him up.
Look, okay, we're going to get you adopted. We have to do our part, and that is helping them out through donations, helping them out through getting these babies adopted out, and then being a part of the upcoming gala. So that meeting again is at what time?
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock, and one more time where it's going to be held?
Right here at the Cottleville location, 5289 Highway N.
I know there's a woman from our show, Carrie, that I think reached out, and she wants to be a part of the gala committee. I love that. If you have some time, please do so. And then people have asked before if they, do you need volunteers to like walk dogs and things like that?
We have a couple things when we have outings or need help transporting dogs. We definitely need some of that. But here at Yuppy Puppy, the staff is 24 hours a day care. So they're always, and everyone's always, can I take this one home tonight? So they get lots of interaction, but we always need extra event helpers and transporters.
Okay, everybody. So do us a favor. I'm going to put it back on the screen one more time. Your important part is to do your role. Share this. If it's not Crystal, which I'm really feeling positive that maybe Crystal's going to come and check Bud out and the rest of the babies that are here. So if you already are putting it out there to the universe that your dog needs a sibling, the answer is yes. Oh, this one's going to get ready to go to sleep.
Yep.
You're going to go
That's
sleep?
a good thing about puppies at this
Good
age.
job.
They go nuts zoomies for about 15-20 minutes. He's going to take a nap now.
Your eyes look okay. So you said thank you for featuring me. This dog is so beautiful. All of them. We've got to give these babies a forever home. Please do your part to do that. Again, 23rd, we'll be back. And if you have a topic, by the way, that Jessica and I have not had a chance to cover, there's so many. I mean, we could do this for years and years and years with regards to your animals, dogs. And although, again, for those of you that are cat lovers, I'm going to stress you have cats here also that not adopting.
Yep, we board cats
Yes.
and groom cats. And then our go-to cat partner is Smelly Cat Rescue.
Smelly cat. So I don't want you to think we discriminate. It's just we feature the dogs, and we're going to continue to do so until we say that they have less and less. And at some point, wouldn't it be great to say that these rescues don't have to be in existence? I mean, that's the part that she would love to say that we no longer need, but that's just not the case. And everything we've been talking about today is obviously showing you the problems that we had. Anne said, I would like to volunteer for the gala. Okay, well, they've got their meeting. If you can come to the meeting tonight. If they can't come to the meeting, look at that. He's like, shoo. If you can't come to the meeting, then what?
Just shoot us an email
at
ypforeverrescue@gmail.com, or if don't remember that, shoot the Facebook Messenger, and we'll include you kind of on the events and what as the steps proceed, what we're looking for.
Okay, everybody, I hope you have everything that you need, and then share this so that we can get this baby and all the ones that are howling in the background an opportunity to have the home that they deserve. Because again, they do a wonderful job here at Yuppy Puppies Forever Rescue to take care of them and give them the love and the training that they need, spaying and neutering them, taking care of all the medical side. But ultimately, it is to prepare them for your love in your home, because that's what they need. The transitions that are made, that's why I want you to follow them on social media, because all the families will give updates and say, oh my gosh, look at them now. Even Squirt, and let me end with this. Squirt, he got his name because he had that kind of a problem. But you want to give the update of the fact, and what's his name now? It's not Squirt anymore.
No, it's Bo, and his tummy is getting under control, just 24 or 48 hours in the home.
So all he wanted was love and security.
Yeah, he went from all he knew was a backyard breeding to here with us taking him to a vet appointment every couple weeks, and he was just extremely stressed. And so we knew he just needed to be in a home. And she has a special needs son who is home all day long and walks the neighborhood with them. And she said, it warmed my heart in the meet and greet. She says, I just want to help him, because I wanted to stress, this is him. He might get better. He might not. He's a work in progress. And she was so extremely dedicated and met with me for about an hour going over what we've done, where, next steps to possibly take. And she is so in love with them.
See, that is the perfect ending. Literally that's a drop the mic kind of ending. Imagine the amazing turnaround that Squirt was able to have just simply because somebody believed. Mm-hmm. And that's what we need. And I want that same kind of happy ending story for Jalapeno. Mm-hmm. Jalapeno, she was saying, she's like, it's so crazy because, when he doesn't have his wheels, he just goes flying around all over the place, right? He is really incredible. We had a chance, if you haven't met him, to come on by, meet him. Again, it's going to take the right home. And we know that there's that caring person out there. Thank you, Bud, for letting me meet you. To all of you, thank you for tuning in. Every other Thursday, we'll be back here on the 23rd. Look at the face. Come and meet him. And let's give this baby a forever home. I know. Crystal, I think it's you. I hope it's you. Everybody, thank you so much. Have a beautiful day. It's going to be a gorgeous one. Enjoy the fact that no more crazy weather is around for the next several days. And I hope you have plans for Mother's Day to at least come by. We're challenging you to introduce your mom to my mom. We'll do this big collage of pictures and just celebrate together. 50 vendors, food, drinks, music, a good time. Your mom's my mom. Even if it's just for a handful of minutes to take a picture, I would love to do so. Let me stress this. Michelle just reminded me. Cultivating a Vision is actually postponed. We are going to do it either next week or the following. We wanted to give more of you an opportunity to sign up. We're used to having like numbers around 20 to 25 of you. We thought maybe it was the timing of the month. Here's what we're going to do. We're either going to hold it next week, Wednesday, or the following Thursday. So we have two opportunities for you. If you haven't signed up yet, and those of you that have already signed up, you're already in for the postponed date. So I'll put it up on the screen here. Go to TheRealMonicaAdams.com. Click on the events calendar and you can purchase your ticket. I know Crystal and Kathy and Anne, Janice, Lisa, and then obviously a bunch of people from Canada. There were 10 of you that were already signed up, but we wanted to get more of you. So it is postponed from tonight. We will have that for you coming up either next week or the following. We'll give that a little more time. And what we're going to do for the person who has the most referrals, we're going to give you a free 30-minute private session with two coaches, myself and Kasha, to go deeper beyond what the class holds. All right. So Michelle, thank you for the reminder on that. So again, a postponed Cultivating a Vision.
Ooh, he's sleeping.
It's time to go night-night. It's time to go night-night, everybody. It's time for you to go out and enjoy the day, for this one to take a little nap before he gets his forever home. Remember what we always say, share the love and share the kindness to each and every person that you meet. God bless you. Have a wonderful day.